Hello, everyone, whoever's here. If you're here and you want to say hello in the chat so I can know that you're here, because for me, this is still a strange thing to be looking at myself and talking to myself, even though I know that there are other people here. Of course, I need to put on my glasses to be able to see what people are saying. Hi, Cynthia, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. So I thought that I've been here for a little bit and I haven't really introduced myself or told anybody my story. So I want to kind of share who I am, how I got to be where I am, and to just go over some of the services that I offer for people for healing and for readings. And again, matters. And then at the end, I'm going to do a little bit of light language for everybody to just receive a little bit of clearing and balancing. And if you have any questions along the way, feel free to just put them in the chat and I will try to answer them. And if you're watching this on the replay, then also welcome to those people. So I, like most of us, have had many things happen to me in my life that I like to say that it kind of allows you to forget who you really truly are and what your purpose is or why you came here. So when we're born, we come in just as love, which is exactly how we leave. But things happen to us along the way. So for me personally, I had some childhood traumas and experiences that were negative and excuse me, really impacted the way that I moved through probably the first 20 or so years of my life. And along the way, after my childhood traumas, I first experienced the death of two of my best friends when I was 16 and didn't really fully, 16 years old, when you get older, you're like, oh, it's just so young. And I really was not fully aware of what life was. And then all of a sudden I was dealing with death and this terrible grief that took me some time to recover from or to work my way through it. I do remember, though, when that first happened, I remember being on a beach and going for a walk and actually seeing my friends in front of me and having a conversation with them about, did I want to stay in the past with them or did I want to move forward with my life? And even though in my mind I wanted to go to where they were, my soul, I feel like, guided me to take the steps forward further along the beach. And I walked further along and then I turned around and they were gone. And I feel like that's really the first time that I was aware of communicating with people who have passed, specifically that were connected to me. And it was a long time, many years later, before I remembered that and started to access all of that. And then I would say I became a mom at 25, single mom, and had to navigate going to nursing school, being a mom, working, and healing at the same time, and starting to remember things, and then seeking out, help from other people for my own healing. And so it was quite a journey, and still is, because I feel like we are always evolving and changing and healing. The more healing that I did, though, the more I started to remember who I am. And it's almost like we have to unpack the garbage that's given to us, all the patterns that are present in our lives that we didn't really create. They were kind of given to us. And, that pure little innocent child is like, sure, give that to me. and not in a conscious way by any means. So as we unpack that and we become clearer within and then we start paying attention to our energy. We start to understand the energy of other people and how the energy that's external to us impacts us, which then leads to the importance of balancing our own energy and being very aware of that, so we're not taking on other people's energy. Or giving other people our distorted energy when we're doing our healing work. So after 35 years or so of healing, of really focusing on my healing, I am now really able to help other people with their own healing. And along the way, so one of the things that I did was I became a Reiki master, and I was like, oh, I can help people through Reiki. This is great. And I had my nursing, and, I was like, this is wonderful. And I started leaning more into alternative healing rather than Western medicine. And I kind of combined the two. And when I started remembering that I started leaning into my own intuition and those psychic abilities. And I went for a reading once when I was like going, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do? And I had just lost a very close friend of mine. And that person invited me to come to psychic development classes. And that really kind of opened up. I was already getting messages from loved ones that had passed, but it really opened that up for me. It helped me to learn how to trust myself and trust spirit. And again, the clearer that we are, the clearer vessel that we are then to receive that information from spirit. So I went from like, oh, I'm going to do energy work on people to, oh, I'm going to give mediumship readings. And along my healing path, I was exposed to light language through someone named Judy Satori, who is really wonderful. If you have a chance to check her out, she's really great. And the first time that I heard it, I was like, oh my gosh, I know this. This is familiar to me. And I know that I spoke it as a child, but it wasn't called light language. Everybody said I was speaking gibberish. I know that, though, it was light language. And as I have continued to heal, the light language has changed and almost really become more powerful. So I was like, okay, Spirit, what is it that you want me to do? And they're like, you have all of this that you can offer to people to help them. And I also use it to help myself. Of course, I'm in this human form. And so I frequently have to remind myself that I can give myself a healing when I'm not, feeling as well as I would like to, or I'm having back pain or whatever may be going on in my body. So it took me close to 2 years to do my website because I did it on my own. My daughter actually helped me with the first page, and that almost ended our relationship. I'm just joking, but it was a really intense 8-hour day. So then I was like teaching myself. So it took a long time to do that. And then it took a long time to be like, okay with being seen. So which includes even coming live on YouTube, doing Instagram. And I remember the first time I said to somebody, I'm a medium, and then to charge for that, because there's this old story out there that spiritual people aren't supposed to charge and healers aren't supposed to charge appropriately. But Spirit has been very clear over the years that that is not true. And we're all needed and people need to make a living. And so it's okay to charge. So I offer private readings, psychic mediumship readings, because we can't always be sure of who's going to step forward. We can't make people step forward. And just for those of you who are unfamiliar with the difference between a psychic and a medium, psychics like use their intuition and read your energy and can make some predictions, but I don't really like to do that because everybody has free will. And so you can change your decision about something, and then other events will transpire. And a medium is somebody who talks with your loved ones that have passed. So all mediums are psychics, but not all psychics are mediums, or have allowed that door to open, because I feel like we are all able to do this. It's whether we tap into that part of ourselves. So again, I offer the one-on-one private readings for mediumship, for group healings, because I do the channeled light language energy healing, which I'll speak to in just a moment. Speak more about that. And also mentorship. And by mentorship, I mean, I meet people where they're at. So are you wanting to develop your own psychic and mediumship abilities? Are you wanting to heal some traumas of your own that you have? And usually, even with the development of your psychic abilities, things get uncovered as you're doing the work. You are doing healing work on yourself. And again, this is what clears you more and opens you more to the messages and to trusting yourself. So I do group healings as well, group mediumship. I also have a membership program where I do 2 channel light language energy healings a month on Zoom, one on a Saturday afternoon. Actually, tomorrow is the first one for May. It's at 1:00 Eastern time. And then I do another one on a Friday night at 8:00, so that, whoever can make it to have some different times. And whether you are able to make it or not, the healing is recorded, and I email it to everybody. And that's people who are members, or if you just want to sign up for one-off, especially if you don't know what it is and you want to check it out. It's a very affordable way to get that healing and to kind of keep your chakras, energy centers clear. So the light language allows, I feel like, a more rapid healing. So it addresses the energy through our chakra system and clears old patterns, things that keep us stuck and like we're moving through quicksand or the swamp, and we need to remove these roots and the kind of like debris and things that keep us stuck. We need to remove those blockages and then plant a new foundation, like a new field. And I always tell people after they've received the first time, it's very important to water the new garden and not the weeds, because if you water the weeds, that's what will grow back. So you have to, take some work too to move forward in the new direction. So it kind of allows that new energy to move through you and keep you clear so that you can keep focusing on whatever it is that you're desiring in your life and manifesting to bring forward to you what it is that you want. I also do a lot of like talking about mindset and how we are creators. So we create the life that we are living, which sometimes I've looked at my life and gone, ugh, I created this, how horrible. There's purpose in everything, though. So to allow us to heal and to grow from that and to move forward. Does anybody I feel like I should stop for a minute and see if there's any questions, but I don't think that there are. No. But if anybody has any questions, please ask. So again, I have my website, brigidross.com. If you go there, you'll see the services that I offer. You can email me. I offer a free 15-minute consult to see how I can help you on your healing path, or what you may be interested in, or if you already know, I want to read a one-on-one reading or whatever it may be, then you can book an appointment through my website. And like I said, you can email me if there's any questions that you have. So that's my story, the services that I offer. And I feel very blessed that I've been able, as traumatic as the events were that happened in my life, that I've been able to heal, that the right people have stepped onto my path to help me, and that I can now help other people heal. And I just know, I ask Spirit to just bring me those people who are ready to heal and who want to receive healing and move forward, or to grow in whatever the way um, that they need to. That's why I say I meet people where they are. So sometimes I'll be mentoring somebody for their mediumship development, but they have an issue that's come up or something that they're upset about. So that's what we deal with. We just deal with whatever is there. What was your first experience with light language when you first used it, or how you were drawn to specific light language? Does it change on the person you're healing? So I was first exposed to light language through Judy Satori. Her website is ascensionlibrary.org. And she has all these different recordings in there. It's like a library of different types of healing. And it just resonated so much with me. And as I started doing my healing work, and listening more and more to those for myself to heal, I started feeling the urge to speak light language. And of course, I was like, who do I think I am? Like, why would I be speaking light language? But it became impossible to contain it. Like, it wanted to come out. So I had to allow it to come out. And really, I didn't tell anybody. I used that for myself, and I was like, who can I tell that this is happening? And I do have some very close friends that share some of the the psychic journey, and we're open to that. And so I just started to use that for my friends to help them. They're like, oh my gosh, that makes a difference. I'm like, really? You can feel that? Because it's the light language is energy. Everything is energy. And so the light language are different sounds that come out of my mouth. Sometimes it's sing-songy. Sometimes it's very static, or sounds Native American. There are all these different languages that come through. And it comes from the beginning of time all the way to now. It's channeled. So when I do it in a group setting, it's for the collective, but everybody receives exactly what they need from that energy. And then when I do it one-on-one, it's a little bit, not a little bit, because it is pretty powerful. It is really laser focused, specific for that person. And as blockages are removed and the energy starts moving, the languages change. So every time that I speak light language, it is different. There are no two times that it is the same. There might be similar sounds, or, oh, that sounds familiar from another time, but it's each healing is very different, and very when it's one-on-one, it's very person specific. I hope that answers your question, Cynthia. Thank you so much for asking me that. Sorry for having to use the glasses like that. Just if you have more questions, just ask again if I didn't answer that. So if it's your first time to hear light language, the information that I get, it's all spirit led. So when you first receive light language, you don't know what to expect. And a lot of times people stay in their mind space. And I call this the danger zone. This is our ego. This is full of lack and fear, and you're not good enough, and you'll never this and that and the other thing. And the space that the light language comes from is from the heart space, where everything is love. And this is the space to live in. This stops us from moving forward with our lives. The only time we really need to be in the mind space is if we're doing math or, having to sign contracts and we have to concentrate on, wording and stuff like that. We really need to live from within and from the heart space. That's where all the truths are, and it's all based in love. So when you're in the heart space, you're not going to get that anything negative, because should be nothing really negative. That's, we are loved, we are supported. Spirit is always waiting for us to ask for the help so that we can receive, because they want to help us. Our guides want to help us. Our loved ones who have passed want to help us, because they're right here. So we just drop this body, this human body that we're in, but our soul doesn't die, and the love that we have does not go away or die. So again, we must ask. And no, we can't. I say this all the time. We cannot just ask and for the rest of our lives, that ask is there. We have to ask every day, even if you don't know what to ask for. Help me, Spirit. What do I need? Help lift my spirits. Help me feel better. Right? So just invite your angels and your guides and your loved ones in to help you. So what I want to do now is if there are no other questions, and I'll wait another minute, but I want to give everybody some light language. Excuse me. And you don't have to do anything to receive. All you have to do is be open to receiving. It won't be a long healing. It will just be to clear whatever, I just feel like I want to do this, to just kind of clear the energy that's on you and around you, and to kind of clear up the chakras a little bit so that you feel more in your body, more grounded, also lighter at the same time. And that's kind of how people describe how they feel after receiving the light language. I ask that you, as much as possible, try to stay out of the mind space and be in the heart space. So your mind space is going to try to analyze what I'm saying, but there is no direct English translation for the sounds that come out. Sometimes in a healing, English words come out as they come. I give them. Again, it's best to not be in the mind space as much as possible. And that draws me to want to say, too, that whenever you find yourself with that monkey mind, it's important to just stop that voice and say, no, that's not true, even if you have to do it 20 times in a minute or more, to keep you from staying in the negative space and to draw your attention to dropping into your heart space. So some people, when they receive light language, they laugh or they cry or they don't know what to do. Should I have my eyes open? Should I have my eyes closed? There's no right way to receive. You just relax and allow the energy to wash through you and over you. So what I'll ask is everybody, if you're sitting in a chair or you're lying down, it doesn't matter. Let's just start to take some slow, deep breaths in through your nose and out your mouth. Hold the breath up at the top and allow the exhale to be longer than the inhale. And just ask for, on the inhale, you're breathing in love, and on the exhale, releasing all that does not serve you. And just take a few slow, deep breaths like that. As the mind is chattering away, just say, all I have is my breath. There's a bucket on the side of you to collect all of the thoughts that are going through your mind. Just put everything to the side. You can pick it up later if you want, so that you allow yourself to receive. And for whatever is keeping you, if you're feeling stuck or in a pattern that you don't like right now, we're asking for that to be removed and just given to the universe, for the universe to take care of that energy, because you don't need it anymore. So just stay in that state, just breathing in and out. Doesn't matter if it's through your nose or your mouth, whatever is most comfortable for you. ちょろっとコロコロコロいちたさたらかれかれこちとこところろろろろりかてかでかしせせ。あたかららららところころこりきちてかたかるこりきてかれしたたたたたたしゅることころころいちちちささ。なまよとろころころころころかりからわさかてかれかまたかりりりりりからわちょころころころかてかれかりらさかてかれかりかたかてかれころかりかパパパちょころころころきてかいしゃ。いえところころこりきてかすくてかりかたかてかれかたかすくてかりかたかてかれかちょころころこりかてかれかわすくてかねねかてかれかたかたかややしころころかれてかいしょ。ととととととととしかたかれかすくてかりかたかすくてかりかたかんげてかりかたかでちょころころかりかたかぱてかりかたかてかちょころころかれはたいしころころかりかたかぱてかりかたかすくてかりかたかいちょころころかりやたかたかめちょんつくてかりかたかてかりかたかてかりかたかてかりかたかりかたかしころころかりかんなかりかりかすころころかりかたかすくてかりかたかりかたかぱてかりかたかてかりかたかてかりかしょくてかりかたかぱてかりかたかしょかたかしょなかかかかかかかちかたかりかぱてすくてかりかたかてかりかすくてかりかたかてかかかしょころいちゃはやさかてかてかてかばすくてかりかてかてかてかてかてかてかしょくところこここしょーりかてかてかてかすくてかてかぱてかりかてかばしょくてかりかてかすくところいしゃにんねんねんねんねんねんねんねんねんねんすくてかりかてかてかねんねんねんねんねんねんねんねんねんねんちくねんねんねんねんばてかりかてかてかてかてかさくてからがゆしょくりからばゆしくりからばてかりかてかゆしくりかてかてかさかてかてかてばてかりかてかてかてかてばてかしゃかてかてかにねんねんねんねんねんねんねんねんねんねんねんしくりこりこりこりかてけしゅわはせなかかかかかきしくとかりかでばらすかてかりかてかてかりかてかはしそ、うしょそ、にんなかてかりかてかりかてかてかてかりかてかあらかてかりかてかしくてかてかあらかてかりかてかしゅくらぱぱぱぱぱ、いしょれかてかりかばりらんそこところころてかりかてかてかてかりかしゃ。わまなまなまなばりてかられんむんところころいらびてころいらばらんでかられむしころわははははしょわ。Takarikarikapa sukutukurukitikarikarapatikarikatika sukutikaritika sukutikarikarika sukutukoro ishawarabarikarikapa sukutikarikarikatika sukutukurukitikarikarika hashitakarikatika ishurikatika sukutikarikarika isharapapapapapapa ishurukitika shimnamamanege sukutikarikarika sukutukuru ite asha warabarikarikarika sukutikarikarika Halalalalalalalalala, shakatalalalalalalalalam, shalalalalalalalalala, ukutalalalalalalala, halalaloyam, nakarigalalalala, hey, shawarakatigalalalikutukuruwaha, shu, sharawara, sasasa, yenamakararararara, shitesha, nemalalalala, sha, haru, hisho. Take a slow, deep breath in. Shawarwaragiri hasim the kalala lekatakoshi watakashuri and the galalimandako ha ha she. Yes, sakatakoro yanna halalelem nakashi sesa. Atikatakara gichokotokoro wi anane matkara uchete arururururururururu hanakashikataka ishora haisha hasu haruyam nalalala himsa haliuri hamna yade warari wari washesa ina la 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 Haliyo iraisha aruite shoro aliara him sharu Inamarat set ta 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 kura hashetete ichakatakala lelehim shakatakara shoro urwiri katakan sha uri papa papa shuku setse namalalala uchetsa atukurukushi uriam ta 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 shiketsa haruye shiketakaru shem se ate kara wa che utara Hunsha Oriente showaravate kara Itsa Hate yashakatakara wishisi, you are supported in being here. Atekeyo ichatsa. Itakara with the koro ishara with the koro wishi. In sakatakarigata babasakatakarigata believe. Ichakatakara with kitakara lito to. Hashisa. ate karawashikunsa atsitsatsa hatarasha isakarawashi sotokoro toko ishana manalala hutesha panna karaishi sat 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 ate shouzetsa arwite kirigiri ashem asakata kuratesha Shirowasesa, Shirowatesha, Alalala Kitaka, Shu Haruhi, Shateya, Yashushi, Yashushise, Asi sa sa sa, Itakara Wushinsa, Itakara Washia, sa 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 sa. Take several slow, deep breaths in and out. Allow the changes to take place. Allow the new energy to flow through your body. Slowly return into your body. Feel the surface that you're sitting on or laying down on. Feel the room that you're in. If you have some water, drink some water. So that was just a really brief clearing, removing everything off of you that you've been carrying around today or in the previous days, I want to say, and to help you to shift into a calmer place this evening. Be gentle with yourself, drink water, rest. Usually people tell me they sleep much better the nights that they receive light language. It doesn't take a lot for you to feel the benefits of it. Reach out if you have any questions. Again, I'm doing a group healing tomorrow at 1 o'clock. You can register through my website. And I'll be back on here again. I'm doing an Instagram Live tomorrow as well. Please, again, send me an email with any questions or issues that come up for you, if any do. And for everybody who's listening to this, come back and listen to the healing again. You can listen to it as many times as you want to. All it does is help you go deeper into the healing that you've just received, to bring up and release more and allow more of the new energy to come into you. So I hope that this has been helpful for everybody. It's my first time to really do this introduction of myself. So I will be trying to come onto YouTube and doing some more lives. And I have some scheduled this month for readings or ask a psychic question. I'm getting more comfortable with putting myself out here in this way. And so hopefully I'll be doing more of that. And I hope everybody has a beautiful weekend. And whether you are a mom, missing a mom, an aunt, a dog owner, an animal owner, whatever, enjoy the weekend and celebrate mothering yourself and who you are this weekend. Thank you so much. Much love to everybody, and blessings and healings. Thank you.